Beautiful Geminis, welcome back, Gemini. Thank you for joining me here. Let's get straight to your messages, Gemini. These are new decks, so let's see what new information will be here for the beautiful Geminis. Gemini. Someone feels guilty for the pain and the damage that they have caused. Someone's daydreaming and longing for you. Secrets. I haven't told you everything. I failed to give you what you needed. Someone at a third party. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. Third party does not have to mean a sexual third party. It could be work, it could be family, it could be career, it could be finances, it could be anything. Someone wants equal give and take, and someone let their pride in their ego get in the way of their connection. Someone is struggling to find the right path. Unexpected income. Someone's plans didn't go the way that they planned. Someone is holding back or was holding back their expression. Someone feels unworthy. They're saying, you're a better person than I am. Somebody just escaped, left when things get hard. So somebody is reminiscing, I miss our inside jokes. Confusion, I feel unclear about where we stand. Irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. But somebody is detached. Somebody detached so that they could clear their mind. It's like someone feels guilty. They don't feel worthy. Now, this can be either way, Gemini. Take it as it resonates. You could be feeling guilty. You might have thought that you weren't good enough, or vice versa. Gemini. Someone feels you still have things to resolve and discuss. It could be about tradition, roots, ancestry. Belief systems, faith. It's like you're beloved, Gemini. You are beloved. This is reciprocal love. Maybe someone felt that they couldn't give you what you wanted. Maybe they know that they didn't give you what you deserved. Something was causing some kind of uncertainty. Maybe there was an illusion. Maybe there were a narcissism involved. Maybe somebody figured like they would escape and go to another connection. And there was a lot of confusion. Somebody may have bailed when the going got tough. Wisdom. Someone wanted to gain clarity. So someone knows. Oh, Jesus. Let's go. Clarify this for Gemini. Gemini. You are beloved, Gemini. Could be to do with cycles. Someone could be afraid, of repeating a cycle. It could have to do with faith, someone's belief system. This could be morals. This could be worthiness. It could be to do with someone's belief system, what they were believing about themselves. Because you are beloved, Gemini. And someone is in regret about ending something. Because you are beloved. But in order to love someone, you got to be able to love yourself. And someone didn't feel worthy. It could be to do with abandonment, Maybe either yourself were abandoned and had to deal with some wounds, or this person did, or you both did. Like somebody's father could have passed away. And they felt abandoned by a father. And maybe this father passed away before they could tell you how they truly felt, or this masculine energy could have not have had the love that they needed. And maybe they didn't feel worthy. Maybe they never felt that they were good enough or worthy enough for you, or vice versa. It could have to do with beliefs and a belief system. We have the Hierophant and we have the High Priestess. It could be a difference in religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. Someone could have let their pride and their ego get in the way, believing like this is a leader. This is somebody who Somebody who's holding on to a belief system. It's almost like someone is still holding on to this love. Like, this could be someone who's had a lot of experiences at love, who may have gone through like a lot of rejection, a lot of abandonment. In love. It's like they escape. This is someone always searching for love. This is someone always searching for the next love. It's like they may have a fear of being alone. They may have developed fears of being alone because, it's like this is someone who has a lot of experiences in love. Like, they give their whole heart here and then they choose lovers without seeing if your values are the same, your beliefs, if it's workable. It's almost like this person ends a relationship and then is immediately looking for the next one because of the way that they grew up. It's like they never got the attention, or they have neglect or abandonment issues. This is someone who's always searching outside themselves instead of inside themselves for fulfillment. And it's like when we do not love ourselves, we often choose partners that will neglect us, that will abandon us. It's like reinforcement of that trauma or that childhood, whatever they were missing. It's like a reflection. I asked a tarot card reader several years ago. I was getting a reading done, and this came out in a read. And they said, "What is your worst fear?" And I go, "Abandonment." And that is exactly what I've been attracting. People who would abandon me, people who would reject me. It's like that reinforcement of that childhood neglect. This person knows they were neglecting you. And it's like you just move to the next relationship, or they do. Yeah, it's a habit. Fears. It's like an attachment. This is someone who gets easily attached. And it could be like they may not be good for us, they may not be healthy for us, but we get attached. It's any attachment. I got to feel a sense of belonging. I've got to feel beloved. I've got to feel loved. I have to be loved by somebody. Even if they're not healthy for us. I need this love in my life. I need love. And when you feel needy, it quite often drives everybody away to reinforce that what we were missing, reinforce that abandonment issue, that rejection issue. And it's almost as if it's like searching for love outside of ourselves, which quite often we never find. And we find it within ourselves. And until you learn to love yourself and hold yourself in high regard, nobody else will hold you in high regard. You will keep triggering, repeating patterns that are unhealthy for us. And that's what it's looking like either you, Gemini, are doing or this person is doing. And sometimes, like, we all have those issues of some form or another. So it's almost as if you're triggering in them something that needs healed, and they are triggering something in you that needs healed. They may have a fear of abandonment. You may have a fear of rejection. They may have a fear of rejection. You may have a fear of abandonment. They both go hand in hand. They do. You might be attracted to the player type, even though you know they're a player and they're going to play you. It's like, I need this love. I can change them. They won't do it to me. This is like emotional manipulation. This is like someone feels unworthy to give you what you need. They know they neglected you. They know they did. But I think now, Gemini, you are balanced. I think you've balanced out your energy. I think you are stable. I think you are looking for stable relationships, and maybe you're not looking at all. But I can tell you, this person, they were unfair. They treated you unfairly, and they know it. It could be weighing on them. And I think that someone is like looking outside of themselves to make themselves feel happy, but when we initially meet someone, we're on our best behavior, where we are happy because we've found someone. And we believe this will be the person, that doesn't abandon us, that doesn't reject us. It's like differences. We have things to discuss and things to resolve. This person knows that they hurt you. This is karma. I don't know. Somebody could have juggled you, or maybe they were unstable. Maybe this is ghosting. Just ghosting when things get tough. When the real events start to happen, like you have a home and you have children and the real hard stuff starts happening, this person bailed. They could have been seeking attention, you know what I mean? And it's like always looking for that next fix. It's almost like a fix. You know, when you fall in love, it is an adrenaline fix. It is. You're all like, whoa, that giddy stomach and the butterflies and all that. It's like you get an adrenaline, or this person gets it's like adrenaline fix. I feel good. I feel so good. Oh my God, this feels so good. This feels so damn good. Till like the reality of life kicks in and things become difficult. They escape. Could be a legacy, you know what I mean? Trust issues, seriously. Could be like just chasing, 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 you know, chasing, chasing, chasing. Well, don't chase. Don't chase. It's like we've all been there, Gemini. We've all been there. It's like this person runs, that's the runner chaser thing. This person runs, you chase, or vice versa. Because it always ends up in a heartbreaking situation. It's insecurities, and we all have them. I don't care who you are, we all have them. Because truly, the only one that can fulfill us is ourselves. When we ourselves are fulfilled within our own selves, then we have a different perspective of things. We don't view things the same. We don't get all like giddy and like, oh my God, that person looks great. That person is this person is that. It's like an adrenaline junkies for real. Some people do. I kid you not. It's like some people have an addiction to love. It's like I need it in my life to feel complete. I need it in my life to heal. I need it in my life to feel like I'm worthy. It's an illusion. To attract reciprocal love, you've got to feel at least a good percentage knowing your value, knowing your worth. That's somebody who knows their value. That's somebody who knows they're worthy. knows that they're worthy of love, knows that they don't have to settle for anyone who is not giving them reciprocity. This is somebody who knows their worth and their value. This is somebody who has taken the time to heal and knows that the only person that can make them happy is themselves, because it's an inside job. It stems from childhood, it does. This is somebody who's gone through a lot of suffering. Thinking that, damn, confidence, value, self-worth. I'm okay on my own. If somebody leaves my life, I'm going to be okay, as I have me. I don't need a relationship to make me happy. I'm not needy anymore. I'm not chasing. I'm not needy. Sometimes, damn. This is envy. This is a masculine, perhaps, who looks at other masculines and compares themselves to other masculines. Well, they have more money, and they are better looking, and they are more attractive than I am, and I'm jealous. So maybe oh, fuck. So maybe they were comparing themselves to somebody you had been married to, or maybe they were comparing themselves to, like, it's not just feminines who have this problem, it's masculine. This masculine has a problem with knowing their own value, knowing their own worth. You could be mirroring one another, because this person looks at another masculine and they're jealous of this other masculine. When they do need to heal, they get defensive. And then I don't know, they got work to do. That's the truth. This person could be, have some family trauma. Maybe they have like anxiety and stress due to family. I don't know. Like it's the masculine here and the feminine here. So it's showing that the feminine has overcome a lot of their issues, but this masculine is not. Work. Jesus. Competition. Competing. So this masculine has a lot of stress too. This masculine has a lot of stress. Like, seeing someone who knows their value, who knows their worth, is now they gotta feel like they gotta compete. Um, they feel like they gotta compete with other masculines. They know they didn't give you what you deserved, and then it's almost like they figured, well, like I'm saying, maybe you used to be married to somebody who's wealthy, or they think that you should be married to someone who is wealthy, or they think this and they think that. That is self-sabotage. It is. They're self-sabotaging. This person suffers from low self-esteem. They do. And it's like they hide. It's like they think that if they have money, that they can compete. That's a sin. Not sad. Like everybody wants a rich guy or everybody wants a rich gal, or and it's like they're driving themselves crazy. It's self-sabotage. There is nobody perfect, guys. And anyway, money's got nothing to do with it. It really doesn't. And that's the God's honest truth. It is. It's the God's honest truth. Because if you look at traditional marriages and you look at the folks that did stay together, every one of them will tell you. You probably heard stories from your parents and your grandparents, and it's like my folks were married almost 50 years before my mom passed away. 49 years they never met their 50th. They went through they went through crap. They did. They did. But they were inseparable. You have times where the money's good. You have times when there's no money. You get through it. There are times where why do people have to be fucking perfect for? I don't understand it. Why do people have these hang-ups? They're hang-ups. Like, number one, we all have some type of abandonment, neglect, or rejection issues. Every one of us question our validity. Every one of us question our looks. Every one of us have flaws. There is no perfect person out there. Why is there this need to be perfect for? The perfect looking person, the perfect one with the perfect house, the vehicles, the this. Who gives a shit? You know what? I've said this before. Everybody used to say that to me. Frankie, you have enough money to buy a new vehicle. Why didn't you buy a new vehicle? I had this piece of shit car. I tell you, it was like, I wasn't embarrassed by it. Like, it looked okay. There was really no body damage. The exterior was fine. The interior was fine. It worked fine. I had no mechanical issues with it. And everybody's sitting there going, you need a new vehicle. You need a new vehicle. And I use this vehicle for work. I put on 300,000 kilometers on that damn car. And it never burnt oil. It never had a breakdown. It just kept going. That's why I kept it. I go, why do I need a new vehicle? Why? What's wrong with it? Oh, just because everybody has a new vehicle. And I'm like, I'll buy a new vehicle when I'm damn good and ready to buy a new vehicle. There's nothing wrong with that vehicle. And the only time I did buy a new vehicle is because I needed to haul things. I had a car and I couldn't haul what I needed to haul with my vehicle. Or I'd still have it and it still would have gotten me along. I don't live up to other people's standards. I don't give a shit about their standards. Because I know none of them are happy. I look at some of the wealthiest people that I know and some of the poorest people that I know. There is no frickin' difference. None. As long as you're happy. Who cares? People are putting too much emphasis on these finances, too much appearances. It doesn't change the people you meet and stay with you. I'm just saying, it doesn't. Affirmation, affirmation. Like, this is competition. Is this living up to the Joneses? Well, everybody else in my family has this, and everybody else I know has that. They're comparing themselves to other masculines. Well, that masculine makes 8 times more than I make, and I feel like an idiot. Or they're way better looking, or they wear fancier clothes, or... Why can't people just fall in love with people for who they are? I wish people would get back to the old days. I do. Because everybody who's been there knows you're not always wealthy. And you're not always poor. And you're not always going to be attractive, especially when you get my age. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still feel attractive, but you're just not like you were when you were 20 or 30. Do you know what I'm saying? But inside, I am completely a beautiful person, and I know that. Because I know my soul. And I'm really content with what I have and who I am. I don't care if I have somebody. I'm such a rebel. I don't fit in. I don't want to fit in. I don't care what the neighbors are doing and what they have. I don't care what my family is doing and what they have. I do what I know to do. And it took me a long time to figure that out, Gemini. It took me a long time. Because I used to stress out like this. That used to be me. Stress the hell out. Oh my God. Don't stress out. Be unique. Why does everybody have to be the same? Why can't people just be happy with who they are? I don't get that. Like, I get it, but not to this degree. People are getting carried away with it. Like, my God. Seriously? I did buy a new vehicle, but when I was damn good and ready to, and not because somebody told me to. People used to get after me. You need a new vehicle? Oh, that's embarrassing. I don't want to see you driving around in that. And I know you can afford more. I don't care if I can afford more. There's nothing wrong with the vehicle. Whoever bought it, it's going to last them years. Seriously. It was good enough for me. I was happy with it. You know, we are putting too much emphasis on stuff like this. And it is confusing people. It is confusing people. It's like, I used to tell my kids the same thing. My mom used to call them pole pissers. Pole pissers. She used to say, Frankie, you see those dogs over there? I said, yeah. She goes, now watch this dog. And he comes along and he lifts his leg and he pisses on a pole. And sure as hell, every goddamn dog thereafter got to piss on the same pole in the same spot. You don't have to follow the crowd. You can be perfectly fine being who you are. Why do you think God made junk? God made you in his image. Perfect. Not saying you're perfect, but you were made in his image and he don't make junk. If people just accept themselves, somebody is so confused, feeling so guilty. They did neglect you. They did. But they were trying to live up to somebody else's standards. I'm telling you, they were. Comparing themselves to other masculines and what those masculines had and what those masculines were doing. They were looking to fit in. I'm telling you, they were. It's not just the feminines who are going through this peer pressure thing or whatever you want to call it. I call it foolishness. I don't know. I don't have to be the same as everyone else, and neither do you. Just trying to be, it's like putting on facades, trying to be somebody that you're really not meant to be. And just, why can't you, I'm not into that crap about, no, living up to standards of others. No, fuck them and their standards. When you meet people, you don't meet their flesh, you meet their soul. These are soul contracts. Souls that are attracted, not what they got in the wallet, not what you got on your back, not what you wear, not what your hair looks like, not what your makeup looks like. Soul. Otherwise, it's a superficial connection. You fall in love with someone's soul. And if you're falling in love for any other reason than that, I don't know, each to their own, but it soon becomes monotonous and boring, and someone will be escaping it because it's not built on a solid foundation. It's built on a superficial foundation. It's not meant to last. We don't need this. I wish things were different than what they were. Like, man, guys, I miss the old days. I do. Because everybody was different. Seriously. You could have somebody who dressed this style, this one dressed this style, that one had their style, and you all could look at each other and all be friends. And there was no pressure to like dress like that one or be like that one. Everybody was respected for who they were. Like, that's really cool. I like your outfit. I couldn't wear it, but it sure looks good on you. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, ooh, everybody's eyeballing everybody and what they're wearing and what they're doing, and it's like we have turned into such a superficial race. We are. We're superficial people. A lot of us. Me, I've always just, not to say I haven't felt insecure, because I have a lot, and I've chosen people in bad relationships a lot, because it felt good to be loved. But now I'm like, I feel loved anyway, so I don't worry. I don't care if I ever meet another person in my life. And that's being genuine. I don't care if I do. I have my kids, I have my grandkids, I have a dog, I have a house, I have a new vehicle. It don't mean nothing but the love. We don't take none of that shit with us when we go. We take the connections that we have formed along the way. And I really hope that I form good connections with people. I form connections with you guys. There are a lot of good people out in the world. Don't let it consume you. This, whatever this is, I sure feel it though. It's like claws. They're just trying to get their claws into you to change you into something that God already made perfect. Just saying. We cannot have the same artist's brush that God made us with, because it was perfect. And we go trying to unperfect it. It's perfect. Just the way you are. Take care.